Good evening. I haven't streamed all week because I've been busy, but I got something special tonight. My last couple Lego streams have been Speed Champions 2 packs. We recently did the Chevrolet Corvette 2 pack and the Aston Martin Racing 2 pack, but I've got a really special 2 pack tonight. Let me switch over to it. Let's see, camera. This is the BMW Racing 2 pack for Speed Champions. And what makes this one particularly special is that the box feels a lot heavier than the other Speed Champions 2 packs I've handled so far. This box has significantly more plastic in it. You can see by its piece count, it has 676 pieces, which is considering most individual cars have between 250 and 300 pieces. It means there's a pretty substantial amount of substance in these boxes. And you'll see when I turn the instruction books on, each instruction book, each of the 2 instruction books is 120 pages, which is a lot for a Speed Champions car. Usually they're 80 to 100. So these 2 cars are probably a lot heavier and a lot more substantial than most of the Speed Champions racers. We have here, let me bring up the camera. I mean, not the camera, but the instructions. We have here the BMW Hybrid V8 race car, and then the BMW M4 GT3 race car. And you can see from the corner, this one, instead of the normal 2 bags per car, this one is going to use 3, and this one's actually going to use 4. So let's build the car with 3 bags first, and then we'll do the car with 4 bags, and we'll see how long it takes us to get through these. Anticipating this is going to be a bit of a longer stream tonight. The dinosaurs took me about 4 hours. My first Speed Champions 2 pack took me about 4 hours, but that's because I didn't know what I was doing. But this box is thicker and heavier than the other 2 packs. No way this is a 3-hour stream tonight. We're going to go at least be a little bit beyond that. So, oh, I forgot to show you the back of the box. I've already broken the seal, though. So there's the 2 cars. And Speed Champions tradition, the back of the box shows you back views of the 2 cars. And then you also see photos of the 2 cars on the side here. Let me get this off camera. And let me get this box open for real now. All right. We're gonna build the 3-bag car first. Now the Ford Mustang that we did a few weeks ago, that somehow divided a normally 2-bag build into 4 bags. So we may see similar things going on here. There's bag 4. There's bag 3. Bag 3 doesn't look like it has a lot in it. Here's 5. That's part of this car. 1 is part of the other car. I know sometimes I build them in reverse the order that's intended, but when each car has its own instruction book and its own bags, it really doesn't matter which order you build the 2 cars in. So there's bag 2. Let's set these 4 bags aside for the other car. Alright. And then we'll also go ahead and set bags 7 and 6 aside until we need them, because we're going to start this car with bag 5. Okay. Oh, wow. And here's 1 chassis. We get 1 single chassis with this. I do not know yet which car the chassis goes to, but it means that one of the cars is going to have one of those custom-shaped chassis. So we'll see how that all develops. And the instructions came in this, let me get this off the camera. All right, box is out of the way. The instructions came in this cardboard packet. Usually you only see this with bigger sets that run thousands of pages. I have not seen this in any other Speed Champion set, nor do I expect to see it in any others going forward. Oh wow, there's significance here. So here's the 2 instruction books, the physical instruction books. As you know, I do not need these because we're doing the PDF. I'll set them off to the side here. And also in this cardboard, we have 2 sticker sheets. There's this sticker sheet, and then there's this sticker sheet. Both sticker sheets look very complicated, very involved. This is a very sticker-heavy set. I'm trying to figure out which sheet goes with which car. I think this goes with the other car. Yeah, because the numbers on this sticker sheet are higher. Yeah, so yeah. The stickers are numbered up to 66. Okay, I'm going to assume that this is the sticker sheet we need for the first car. We will confirm that when we get to the first sticker in the instructions. I'll just set the other sticker sheet over here for now. And I will set our little cardboard packet away. Yeah, I really don't anticipate seeing that little cardboard packet in any more Speed Champions going forward. That's really something they only do for bigger sets. Alright, let's get started. We have 2 really big substantial builds to do here. So we're starting with bag 5. And so we're going to start by building the driver of this car, as we usually do. One thing you'll notice about this set is that the drivers have matching racing uniforms, except the driver of this car has a red racing uniform, and the driver of the other car is blue. But you'll notice all the other details are the same. And this one's got a white helmet, which is a rarity in Speed Champions. Most drivers get black helmets, so that's pretty cool. Okay. You can see from... Alright, that's interesting. It's cool how the racing uniform has one black leg and one colored leg. There's the racing jacket. Let's get his head on. We'll do it the same way I usually do Speed Champions, in that we're not going to put the helmet on right away. We're going to give him the hairpiece instead. There's no point giving him the helmet when he does not yet have a car to drive. So there's his helmet. We'll treat it like an accessory for him. I put the visor upside down. Let's fix the helmet. Let's take a moment and make sure I'm doing everything correct. So let's snap the visor out of there and flip it over and try that again. Now this is a very detailed, involved build with probably more stickers than I've ever seen on Speed Champions cars before. So if I go off camera or my fat fingers get in the way, I do apologize. Standard disclaimers apply regarding that. So there, I fixed the helmet. Set that aside. He needs his hairpiece, and then I'll show you the driver. So let's put his hair on. I like that hairpiece. This driver's got a confident look. So there's the driver. I like that racing suit. And then that's what the back looks like. Standard rules apply. We'll set him off to the side to watch the car being built. And he can sit with his helmet. Oh, you'll notice that in the instructions, this driver is not holding a wrench. That's because in the 2-packs, they give you 1 wrench for the 2 drivers to share. And this is the car that's numbered second. So we're going to go ahead into my spare baggie of wrenches that I got, and we're going to give him a wrench. Because all my drivers, all my Speed Champions drivers get a wrench. I make sure there's one for everybody. And we'll turn him to face the camera a little bit. And I will take the spare wrenches bag now and set it back into my drawer. There's only 4 spare wrenches left in the spare wrench bag for the 4 2-packs that I don't have yet. There's actually 2 more 2-packs being released in a couple weeks, so I'll have to buy 2 more spare wrenches from Bricklink so that we're ready for those drivers. But I've talked too much. Let's go ahead and get started with the build. Okay, so we start with this little tiny style of a chassis piece. They use this sometimes for city cars, which are built at a smaller scale. So we'll see how this develops into that big, huge car that we saw in the pictures. I may do less talking and more building on this model, just because I do want to get these built. I don't want to go to bed terribly late tonight, and cleanup's going to be a hassle for this set. I do like the color scheme of these 2 cars. Although too much of the patterning is in the stickers, I think. How do these attach? Okay, they line up with those like that. Okay, I need to do that again for the other side. The little frame of the car doesn't look like anything in particular yet, but that'll come with time. Okay, we have to build 2 of these, so let's go ahead and do both of them while we're on the page. And then I got to build 1 more of those. So I have my next 4 single cars actually in my reserve area waiting to be built. I want to space it out because it'll be a few weeks before I can buy the next car. And I want to make sure I always have something in the reserve. I'm not doing my Summer Speed Champions hiatus that I was talking about in previous episodes. I'm just going to press on. And I want to finish collecting these. So I'm just going to keep going. Now that I've figured out a workable solution for my garage, I want to keep going with these. So no Summer Speed Champions hiatus. So Speed Champions will be like 90% of my Lego budget for the coming months. So we have the next 4 cars on deck. That'll bring us up to 20, which is the halfway point. And then after that, who knows? Who knows what order I'll do the rest. There'll be 6 more 2-packs and 9 more singles after that on our Speed Champions journey. It's interesting. The other time Last time we had a non-standard frame. It was built up using Technic. This time it looks like we're building it up using standard pieces. I guess it all depends on the needs of the car and the shaping and stuff. We're also spending a lot more time on the underside of this car than we usually do on a Speed Champions car. Usually, well, in fact, a lot of the Speed Champions cars, we don't really have to flip it upside down that much at all. Except maybe during sub-assemblies, but the main body unit, not like this. So that's an 8x2 plate. There. Yeah, this is it. So it looks like right now we're building up the underside of the car and the framing for it. So this is an interesting build so far. I mean, we barely started with it, but alright, I need to find one more of those in this pile of parts. Overall, this is a very interesting color scheme. The red, white, blue, and black work well together. And both cars carry this color scheme, which is why I wasn't sure which sticker sheet was which. I'm still not 100% sure, but we'll know for sure once it's time to put on the first sticker. Where's the other little slope? There it is. Okay, and it looks like we're still building up some of the dimensionality down here of this car. There, like that. Do we flip the car back over? No, we're still looking at the bottom of the car. Okay, so now we have to do this sub-assembly. And then it looks like this, we do the axle block. This is one of the axle blocks. Oh, gray axles instead of tan this time. Interesting. I don't think it means anything. You can't see the axles once you put the wheels on. Okay. The fact that these wedges are different colors means we're getting into some of the color scheming and color blocking, which means that this part of the wheel axle is actually going to be partially visible. Interesting how the wedges don't match up like that. Okay, so that's what it looks like with the two differently colored wedges. That's really interesting. In this section, how do I line this up? Looks like it goes into this block right here and lines up in there like that. And now we go back to the front, to the top. And we, looks like we're going to start building up some of the top now. Okay. It's a good thing I caught that before it fell off. It was a piece that wasn't snapped in all the way. Let me go back and check my other connections, because that's... Alright, I think we're good. And now we're getting into some blue and white tiling. So this must... Actually, this is covering where we put in the colored wedges before. So I thought that... so that's not going to be visible on the outside. Interesting. If it's not visible on the outside, then why are we doing different color blocking on the parts that aren't going to be actually visible? I guess we'll never know. The designers have their reasons. Now these slopes might be visible because the color blocking does continue at this point. Okay. And now we're bringing in these long curved wedges. Okay. Given the unique shaping of these pieces, I really hope that there's a reason for them. That maybe they're part of the overall design and they're not just filler. It would be a shame if these two... I've never seen these long curved wedges like this before. It would be a shame if these were filler, given their unique shaping. And there should be a black one. Excuse me. So usually with Speed Champions cars, the first bag is the back of the car, and then the other bag is the front of the car. So it looks like with this car, we might be seeing a little bit of an extension of that, where this first bag is the bottom of the car, because we're building up a custom chassis shape here. And then the second bag is probably the back of the car, and then the third bag is probably the top of the car, the front of the car. Just a guess at this point. It's all speculation. This set breaks so many Speed Champion standards. It's hard to predict. Let's just enjoy the build experience as we go on. I like when things change things up a little bit. And then we have these little round studs with... Okay, I'm not sure what these are going to be used for, but I should have them pointing out straight until I know what they're used for. Okay, those are on. Okay, lots of little pieces going on here. We have these clip pieces. Okay, yeah, looks like I positioned those correctly. And then we have some black wedges. Yeah, these are the flat wedges. Okay, that's on. Lots of tiling going on in this step. How are we doing this? We have the jumper plates here. And then we have a bunch of tiles. Filling in the edges here. At least they're making all the colors line up properly. That's something we're going to start to see when we put the stickers on as well. That's not the piece. All right, we need interesting pieces here. These go in the clips. I am not sure what they are for, but we will find out soon. And now we put on the wheel arches. How do those line up? Okay, looks like they go right on like that. And then we'll put one on the other side like that. And now we do another sub-assembly. Let's see here. And then we have this one square plate here that's a lighter blue than the other blues. This one may be an internal piece though, given its different color. And then we're gonna put on what looks like the other axle block. And then we have these tiles. And this whole section will go on to the front of the car. I'm assuming that's the front, but it goes on like this. Already, the bottom frame of this car has is starting to pick up some significant weight. And we got 2 whole bags to go on this car still, after we finish this pile of parts in front of me. There's definitely some significant weight to this set. Some bulk to these cars that isn't in some of the other cars. Alright, blue slope, where's that? Wow, if that's the seating area in there, it looks tiny. It doesn't look comfortable at all. I wouldn't want to sit in there, that's for sure. But yeah, let's keep building up this frame here. Looks like we're almost done with the first bag. Technically bag 5, but we're building the 2 cars not in order. The speed I like that about the Speed Champions 2 packs. They come with each car has its own individual instruction book, so you can build the cars in either order you want. Or you can share with a friend and you can each build a car. But no, I'm building all my Speed Champions by myself. These are my cars and I'm sticking to them. Okay. Those bits are attached. Now we're doing another sub-assembly here. I put that panel facing the wrong way, it looks like. Let's make sure we're doing everything correctly before it becomes an issue. Okay, and now it looks like we're going to add a printed tile. Our first little bit of car decoration here. Interesting. So that's what this printed tile looks like. No idea what the black markings represent yet at this point, but we will find out shortly. Alright, so we're supposed to put that there. Let's make sure that this little interior plate is lined up. And then we have another little stud, and then this panel on this side. Interesting. Okay, interesting. So this all sits on top of the jumper like this. That's what we just did. Still no idea what that tile is for, but we will find out shortly. And actually, let me that tile's printed off center. Let me swap it for the spare. It'll probably look better overall. The spare of that tile is printed a little better centered. Okay. Let's keep working on this now. Okay, so these are supposed to line up in front of those studs, it looks like. The clips, I mean. Same thing on the other side, but with red instead of blue for the clip plate. And then two more of these little bar studs. I know it says to have them in at an angle. Until I know what they're for, I'm going to put them straight out for easier access. But yeah, if they're meant to be angled, we will find out soon enough what they're for. And then we have this little brick that's short and textured on the side. It's not going to come up on camera. This is a black piece. You can see it a little bit along the edge. But this was a textured, like, half-height brick. And then we get this little blue brick in here. And then we need to keep building up the sides like this. And then we have this little assembly here. And this will go on. Yeah, this is definitely the curved slopes, not the the curved wedges. And this will go onto this end of the car like this. Alright, so there's the first bag done. And that took us, well, we talked for a while, so that took us about a half hour to do that bag. So yeah, this is going to be like an hour and a half car. So here's what it looks like after the first bag is done. You can see we have the bottom frame built up, and now we have to start building up the rest of the car. Let's bring on bag 6. Wow. There's a really big I'm going to call it a flag piece. I'm not sure if it's a flag or panel, maybe. There's a really, this thing. No idea what it's for. I can almost guarantee you that piece is going to get some stickers. Okay, it doesn't look like there's a terribly huge number of pieces in this bag, in bag 6. But what is here looks like it's going to add a lot of substance. There's a lot of the red, white, and blue, and black. It looks like we're going to start to build up the look of this car now. Okay, so these are going to go onto these sidebars like this. As long as I line it up properly, yeah, it should press right in. And then I need to do one for the other side. So yeah, most of my Lego content for the next couple months is going to be Speed Champions. I've got some momentum on my collection now, and I want to keep it going. Like I said, I've got 4 singles in reserve already. Okay. Looks like we're doing some interesting things with the plates here. That's not, I don't think. There's a couple different blues in this parts bag. I hope we're proceeding correctly. At least there's only one shade each of red, black, and white. But the blues, there's at least 3 different shades represented in this parts pile. Give me a moment. I have it. All right, let's keep going. Okay, that looks like our regular blue. Okay. Okay, we got our first stickers of the car. Let's see what we got to do here. We have this car gets sticker. One of these 2 slopes is going to be stickered on both sides. It looks like. So let's pull out the other one, and it looks like the 55 sticker on the flat side. So yeah, I think I got the correct sticker sheet. Yep, this one has a number 55. Now with over 60 stickers, I'm probably not going to do too much. I'm going to try to take my time and make sure they line up correctly. But I'm probably not going to make as big an emphasis on it as I usually do. Just because I don't want to be doing stickers all night. Stickers can be frustrating and detract from the build experience if you're doing too many of them. So those are the stickers we just put on. You can see they meet at the point of the piece. So our first little bit of the car's decoration right there. And it looks like we're going to have a little more stickering to do with this section as well. We need, this is the blue wood, I think. Yeah, And we need this. No, it's the, we want this wedge, I think. Plate, I mean, on the wedge. And then we get the number 44 sticker. I don't know why the stickers are numbered out of order. It's just a thing that they do. And that's what that sticker looks like. And we're going to put that here like that. And then yet another sticker is going to go onto this assembly in a moment. This is the 58. Team logo sticker for this one. The BMW Racing Team Motorsport logo for that. This appears a few times on both sticker sheets. That's interesting. And this will go onto here like this. And then we get a panel. It's interesting seeing this car come together. I had my confusions at first, of course, given its unusual start, but it's really starting to come into its own as a Speed Champions build now, I think. Okay. Oh, I see what we're doing. We're building the whole side section for one of the sides. And then I assume we'll be doing the same thing again for the other side. But with differently colored plates and stickers and stuff to make the unique colorations for this car. That's not the correct wedge slope. Okay, this one gets a sticker. And it looks like it's going to line up with the other stuff. So I want to try and get the white as close to the edge as possible so that it lines up with the other pieces. Like this. I mean, not perfect. The gap is visible. That'll always be a thing with stickers, but it's not bad. There's not too much of a noticeable gap going on there. Okay. And then I need the black ingot piece. That's going to go on the bracket. And we get this big black tile, 6x2 if I'm not mistaken. 6x2 tiles are not that common. Okay, so I was right. This is going to attach and become the whole side of the car. So here's what we just built up. Lots of coloration and detail going on. And this attaches into the side of the car like this. And then this bar is going to go on, this clip is going to go onto this bar. Like this. And then those plates are going to attach as well. So everything needs to line up straight and perfect in order to get this attached. Alright. That's not fully attached. Okay, that didn't go all the way to the floor. I caught it against my shirt. So that was what we call good, uh, good catch. But yeah, the subassembly is fracturing as I put it on, so let's make sure that these all attach, and then I'll attach the rest of the bits that fell off of it. So yeah. Alright, everything's attached now. That whole section's been attached to the side of the car. And now I can okay. So now it looks like we're going to build the same thing for the other side of the car. So I'm going to revise my prediction a little bit. We're building the sides of the car here, and then in the next bag we'll be building the top of the car. Because you'll notice with that first bag we built up even some of the front, which is unusual for the first bag of a Speed Champions car. But since we built the whole bottom frame, including the front of the car, in the other bag, it's a safe assumption, seeing what we're building now, that this is going to be mostly the sides of the car. We'll just have to see the car evolve as we move through the instructions. It's fun watching a Lego build take shape. Okay, this one is going to get 2 more stickers. There's the 52 sticker. No, that's the 39 sticker. Where's the 52 sticker? There it is. Okay, that goes on the flat side. And then we need the, on the curved side, the 47. There it is. And we will try and get our geometric shapes to line up as best on the edge as best we can. So we'll put that on. And there's not too bad of an alignment there. Now we'll keep going. Yeah, it looks like this is the correct wedge this time. We need the 42. I like that with the stickers, they print them to the shape of the piece, even if the detail is only a section of the piece, and that way that helps to line it up properly. So there's that sticker, and this will attach here like this. And then we're going to get another one of the Motorsport logo stickers in a moment. That one is not lined up straight like I was able to do with the other one. Let's try and fix that without creasing. Good enough. There. Normally when two stickers are identical, one on each side, I don't always show it the second time, but that's such a cool sticker. I like that sticker. We get another bracket. And then a curved slope. And now we're gonna get another sticker onto here. Once we finish building up the section, we get another black wedge piece. Looks like this is the correct wedge for this one. And this is a curved slope wedge. It's a piece that's fairly uncommon. I think it might actually be a newish piece because I haven't seen it a lot. This is where this is where that sticker comes in, the one that I took out of turn before. Again, like the other slope, we want to position it so that the white part of the sticker is as close to the edge as possible. And then we can line it up here. Well, it's not perfectly straight, but given its positioning on the car, it won't be totally noticeable once we build it up. And then we get the this piece. And then we get the big 6x2 black tile. And we attach this to this side of the car. Let's make sure. Yeah, it looks like I lined those up correctly. I think the instructions said that's pointed out so that you can just clip it in after you attach the plates. That's probably why I had trouble lining it up before, because I had the bar already in position. Yeah, there we go. So that's on securely now. That's what it looks like from the top and from the side. So we have the bottom sides of the car done. And now we're going to keep moving forward with our build. Now I want to make sure I use correct piecing here. Okay. The double-sided 1x1 slope. These double-sided 1x1 slopes are even harder to grip than the standard 1x1, what the fans call cheese slopes. Oh, we're back under the car. Okay. So this goes onto this clip here. Let's line that up straight. Okay, we're still looking at the bottom of the car. And we need to make 2 of these units with the panels. It just got really hot in here. I hope the AC isn't breaking. I haven't touched the dial. Okay, here's the other panel. Let's go ahead and build. this one, and then we will attach these two units. Okay, how do these go? Okay, the big panels. These might be the exhaust pipes that we're building up now. If so, they got a very interesting shape going on. Okay, why isn't this going in? Because I don't have those lined up correctly. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So that's what it looks like on bottom with the curved bits. And actually it's black on black, so you can't really see it, but you can see here the curved bits we just put on, and then that they open up onto the back like that. I think that's a fancy exhaust system. Alright, we're back on top of the car. And now we need to start building up. We're looking at this end. So it looks like we are focused on the back of the car right now for the rest of this bag. So my prediction was partially correct. Not entirely correct. But when a car does something non-standard, it's hard to predict. Because this car has already defied expectations a couple times. But that's part of what makes a build fun. If you go in thinking you know everything about a build, then there's no surprises. And like I've said many times, seeing the car come together is or any model, Lego model really, is part of what makes Lego so fun, is seeing how all the pieces develop into a bigger whole. Okay, I think that's meant to be a trans piece. Okay, we have a 34 sticker. And that goes on the side of this slope like this. And that's what that sticker looks like. And this will go onto the back like this. And then we need to do the same thing for this blue slope here. There's the piece. And then this one gets the 31 sticker. Oh no. Okay, no. We're not there yet. Temple was bittersweet last night. Our cantor resigned. He had been absent with a long illness. It's a little sad. Anyway, so that's what it looks like with those two stickered slopes. And now we're gonna... Are those half slopages? Wow, I don't think I've seen those pieces before. Yeah. Those are half-angled slopes. I think this is my first time seeing those pieces. Okay, so that's what that looks like with those little half slopes added. All right. The stickers are coming in hot and heavy now that we're advancing with the build and working on car details now, rather than just the frame. Seeing as this is a 3-bag car, it'll be interesting to see how the other car, which is a 4-bag car, progresses. Oh, I see what. That's where this little light blue plate goes in. And then we're back on top. And then we get this little single bracket, little black slope piece. There's a little tiny sticker that goes on this little slope here. Yeah, it needs to be applied. This looks like an important detail bit. I'm not going to show you the stickers. It's like a dark gray detail against the black slope. It's going to be next to impossible to see in my light. There's an attempt. The equivalent section on the other side, it's going to have this in white though. So you'll be able to see a little better what this little sticker is meant to be. And this section will go... How exactly does this line up? Okay, so these two bits are supposed to be pointed down right now. And this is supposed to go over the wheel arch like that. Alright, so yeah, we're building up the shaping for the back of the car. Just like a standard Speed Champions car. Once you have the bottom frame done, you do the back first and then the front. That's what's going on here. And then we have a square tile. And another sticker. One of the things slowing down this build is we have to keep stopping to put the stickers on. And it looks like the other car is gonna be more of the same. That's supposed to be closer to the edge. I butchered that sticker placement. And now I'm creasing the sticker. That's not good. No matter how good your sticker placement is, in a set with this many stickers, even if you're the perfect sticker placer, which I'm not, you're gonna have one that you're gonna mess up, even if everything else is perfect. That's one of the problems with Lego stickers. This one is also not printed all the way to the edge of the sticker, like some of the other stickers have been, which means placement is hard to line up to begin with. Okay, that's as flat as I'll be able to get the crease. There's a big gap at the edge of the sticker already, so I want to make sure that the sticker is right on the edge, so the overall gap isn't that bad. Alright. Okay, that doesn't look terrible. Okay. Let's just keep going. I've discovered an AI website that I might want to share with you on a future stream. I may have found the smartest AI I've ever encountered. But I don't want to distract too much from Lego, so we're not going to talk about that right now. Okay, now we're going to get into some of the unique coloration, it looks like. So we get a sticker on this side of the wedge. And then, yeah, we get another sticker to line up with that. Oof. I just yeeted that sticker sheet. So yeah, if I line this up properly, this should look good, even though there will be a gap in the patterning because of the edge of the slope. Okay, that gap is too big. Let's try bringing it in a little closer. A little bit better. So that's what we just made, those two stickers, like that. You can see they're not perfect, but it's good enough. And then we get this wedge piece, this little 2-stud wedge that we put on the bottom like that. Okay, so this is where we're putting in that big flag or panel piece. So we take these two clip plates, and then we take the studs not on top brick or studs on side brick, and then we take this big piece now, and we attach the clips to it. It looks like we put that onto there like that. Okay, interesting. I want to make sure. And then we get this big sticker on the side of it. That's a pretty sticker. So basically, I think we're building some kind of like central fin section for the race car, and it's got this really nice, beautiful patterning on it. But I want to try and line it up. So that's what that side of it looks like. And then, of course, we have this big open side, and it looks like we're going to build another sloped section to mirror that first one for the other side of this. Yeah, because here comes the long slope. And then looks like the two stickers. And since this isn't one big continuous shape like the slope on the other side, it might be easier, a little bit easier to line them up well or attractively. And again, we're working with stickers, which require precision. So I'm sorry if my fat fingers are getting in the way. So there's what that side looks like. We turn it around, we get the wedge piece. And then we have this little piece. That's interesting. The red slope didn't have a sticker, but this white slope does get a sticker. And the sticker goes how exactly? By now, we have used up more than half the sticker sheet, which is a good thing. All right, just tease that sticker into place. So that's what it looks like. And it looks like this wedge assembly will, this slope assembly will attach on this side of the tail section. And then we need to put on the other sticker. This is a really cool looking car, even if most of the details in the stickers. This is a really pretty car. So that's what that first side looked like, fully stickered. And this side of the car looks really good and pretty. And this whole section is going to plug into the middle somehow. Okay, so that goes onto the jumper like this. Okay, that's a little bit of a unsteady. Okay, and this is not going symmetrically with the other thing. It doesn't look like. Interesting. This is totally not symmetric with what we did on the other side. This is doing something similar but different. So we so this lines up here. Okay, so we're still getting that bit with the slope piece. That is gonna, so the car is still gonna look symmetric in shaping, even if it's not technically symmetric in piece shape. So it looks like the dark gray on black that we had on the other side, the one on this side is on a white surface, and the sticker reflects that. So I'll be able to actually show you what it looks like. If it will look bad if I don't line it up properly. It's not like the other side where it didn't really matter because you couldn't see it. It's good enough. That's what it looks like. It looks like a vent of some kind. So yeah, the curved bit is there, the straight bit is there. So now we get a tile. I want to try and line this up because the looks like the red, there's a red part of the sticker that's supposed to line up with the red on the car. Yeah, I lined that up pretty good. Okay. And then we have this back section. And yeah, so in appearance, the shaping is symmetrical with the other side of the car. We just built it up a little differently. So that's what the back of the car looks like. Okay, now we got this thing going on. Okay, interesting. I'm not sure what this is even supposed to be. Okay, so it's a slope that goes down. You know what? That's the back of the seat, I think. That little slope in there, that slope that we just built up right there with the things on top. I think that's meant to be the seating bowl. It looks very tight and uncomfortable in there. So we have a 65 sticker here. Okay, I was a little concerned about the sticker, but based on the instructions, but it looks like it's just a circle. I thought it was a logo of some kind. I want to make sure I did it up right, but if it's just a circle, then I have nothing to worry about. Except, of course, making sure I place it straight. Okay, it's relatively straight. Plate. You can get slope. And then plate. Yeah, no, it's not straight at all. Let me see if I can tease it into position. That one is very noticeable. Okay, it's a little better. I can't adjust it too much more without creasing it. And then there's another sticker on this side. So that's what this section looks like. And this section will go here, above the seating bowl like that, in the middle of the car right there. And with that, it's time for bag 7. Wow. Okay, tires we set aside until we need them so that they don't roll around on me. That's never a pleasant thing when the tires start rolling around on you in the parts pile. That's interesting. We have one black wheel arch and one white wheel arch going on here. Continuing with the car's non-symmetrical colorations here. And here's a nice little canopy. We'll set that aside till the end of the build. So it looks like the next thing we're building, based on the shaping of the inset, of the picture in the inset, is the tail spoiler. We get this big BMW Motorsport logo on this piece. Wow. I was totally off the edge. I had it straight, but I had part of the sticker off the edge, which means I didn't start close enough to this edge. Not bad. It's not perfectly centered, but it's good enough for our purposes. That's what it looks like. And then we have a tile. Wow. That looks like an illegal building technique. We're supposed to wedge this tile in between two studs like that. Wow, who knew that that was a tight connection? I didn't know you could do that with tiles. Okay. And then we have brackets. There's not a lot of pieces in this pile. So it looks like the front end of the car isn't going to have too much going on with it. So we need a blue tile with a sticker. Oh, shoot. Okay. At least when that piece yeeted, it made itself obvious where it landed. Alright. And then I get another blue tile. This car does have a very interesting shape and color, and some very interesting color blocking. I will say that. I mean, I've been saying that, but this is one of the more unique cars we've built, I think. Okay, this section attaches to the back on those clear studs somehow. Yeah. There's only those two little studs holding it in place. This is a weak connection. But okay, so that's cool. It actually lines up with that fin section we built up. It lines up with the little tile we put sideways, and it's like an extension of that. The tail spoiler on this car is interesting. That's an interesting technique there. Okay, so now we're going to start tiling up, it looks like, the sides of the car. Okay, so that's how it's meant to be secured, with these tiles we're putting on the sides. And I pressed too hard and knocked it off, but I just fixed it. So hopefully now we can press on. Wedges usually come in pairs because to make the symmetrical look. But given how this car has unusual color blocking, this is going to skew the numbers of certain wedge pieces in the inventory. This car must be a nightmare for OCD fanatics. All right, so the spoiler is now secured thanks to those bracket tiles. Um, and now we can start building up the. Now it looks like we're going to start building up the front of the car. Because there's one white wheel arch and one black wheel arch, this is definitely going to skew the numbers of those parts in my inventory. But the other car has a similar coloring going on because they're from the same racing team, so it's possible that they might end up balancing each other out. I'm not counting on it, though. Okay, that's the game controller piece, which means we're building the steering dash for this car now. For some of the race cars, instead of a steering wheel, they use the video game controller minifigure accessory piece. But this is the first time I've seen a printed one for the purposes of a race car steering system. That's what this steering system looks like. That's a very detailed controller. This goes onto here like this. So yeah, that's a very tight, uncomfortable looking seating bowl. So we have so now we're going to start tiling up and finishing off the front sections of the car. Okay. So this one goes over here. And this one will, the black one will go on the other side. Okay. That's the black side. So it looks like we're building some big air vents on the sides here. Again, with the non-symmetrical colors. The non-symmetrical colors really give this car a fun look. That's rare in Speed Champions. And then it looks like we're going to get 2 more stickers going on in this step here. We're past the hour-and-a-half mark. It's unusual. It's been unusual for a single car to take this long. But I knew that this was going to be a long one tonight. And we still have a 4-bag car to build after this. At this point, most of the stickers are just some more of the same random geometric patterns that made the rest of the car so pretty, so I'm not going to show off each and every sticker. We will, however, show off the car as a whole at the end. That's a regular blue stud, blue quarter tile. Blue stud, blue quarter tile, one for this side like this. Okay, so it looks like we have to do some stickering on the canopy. So it's got this nice print on the canopy, on the top of the canopy, but for some reason we have stickers to put on the sides of the canopy that they didn't print. But it's, oh shoot. I'm not sure how this is meant to go here. I'm not even seeing the sticker number here. Okay. 67 and 68. There's no 67 and 68. Is there another sticker sheet that I forgot to pull out? Ah, here we go. I left this in that cardboard packaging. This is a very tiny sticker sheet with 5 stickers on transparent backing. This is to finish off the canopy. All the other Speed Champions, all the canopy decoration was done in prints. So I'm not sure why on this particular model we have the canopy partially printed, but not all the way. So let me just see if I can get these stickers lined up. And these are transparent backed, meaning the longer I spend with them, the more chance there is for fingerprints to get into them. It's really interesting that this canopy is partially stickered. This little blue stripe is supposed to line up there, but then there's a big gap on the bottom, so I don't want to. I don't want to call that good. Having stickers that are supposed to line up with prints on awkward shapes is not a good choice for by the designers. They've done the rest of the car so beautifully. And then there's this. And it's clear backed, meaning any attempt to adjust leaves fingerprints. I'm going to try and gently slide into position before pressing it down. That's as good as I'm going to get. It's not perfect, but there is no way to make it look really good. So maybe if I move it this angle a little bit, angle it this way, angle it that way. Okay. Not great, but, and it's the top of the car, which means it will be noticeable. All right, let's do the 2 stickers for the other side. And then we'll do the sticker for the top. The top sticker should be easier. Okay, this sticker looks like it's still got bad alignment. Let's see if I can gently tease it into position before it sets in permanently. It's approximately symmetrical with a badly placed other sticker. So as long as the 2 stickers look like they have similar alignment, I'm just going to leave it. And then we have this bigger sticker for the middle of the canopy. And that goes inside the printed Motorsport logo. No, that's very crooked. Let's try that again. The sections are supposed to line up. The colored sections of the canopy. No, that's still crooked. But this sticker is printed white in the middle, so I'm not as concerned about fingerprints on this one. Though it's still not a fully opaque white. So they're still going to come out if I work with this too long and don't line it up properly quickly. Okay. The top came out a little better. That sticker is pretty much lined up with the printed ribbon. And then there's going to be another sticker on this slope here. Okay. And this goes on top of the canopy, like, oh, did I put that in the wrong section? I put that in the wrong place. Brick separator time, maybe? Yep. I don't have to use that piece nearly as, I don't have to use the tool nearly as often as many people, but it's good to have out. That's why I always put it out when I do a Lego stream. And so this canopy sits on top of the front of the car like this. So that's what it looks like with the canopy attached. We still have a lot of detailing for and shaping for the front of the car. Okay, what's going on here? We have this, and then is that the roller skate piece, maybe? Not sure. But this goes behind the canopy like this. So what, is that meant to come off when we... No, so you turn that, and then you can lift the canopy to put the driver in. And then you can turn that back, and it locks the canopy into position. Interesting. It's the first time I've seen a locking canopy on a Speed Champions car. Okay, this little sticker sheet for the canopy is done. We can move back to this sticker sheet. This sticker sheet is mostly done, it looks like, but there are a few stickers left. And then we put on this panel. And then the slope. And then a stud. And then this little bar piece. And this bar will attach into that clip like this. Okay, I see. So we're building up the details for the front of the car now. That's what we just put on the car. That section with the little silver stripes on the front. Now it looks like we're building one of those sections for the other side as well. This one, of course, using differently colored pieces because of the crazy color scheme. So now we get the red panel for this side and the slope. So basically we're building the same thing we built on the other side, but in opposite colors. And then of course the stud and the little bar. And then this will clip onto this side of the car. Into this red clip here, like this. So that's that side attached. And now we're doing a sub-assembly, and we have very few pieces left to finish off the rest of this car. We still have something crazy like 6 stickers, but here's one of them now. Okay, that sticker has a racing logo on it. This section's bound to have a lot of stickers, so I'll show you what the stickers for this section look like when I finish. So the stickers are not going to line up exactly on this one. There's just too much gapping between the pieces. That sticker could be a little straighter, but oof. Is that a little bit of purple I see on this sticker? Interesting. But yeah, none of these bits are lining up. That's what this section looks like. And you can see how the stickers and the color blocking really don't line up with each other at all. And this section goes here. And actually pretty much covers the hood of the car. There's way too much gapping between the pieces for this much color blocking on the stickers. Ah. Okay. All right. And on this side. So it looks like the straight piece doesn't get a sticker. For this side, that just goes in like that. Why aren't we at what's wrong? Why aren't we at there we go. That was a satisfying click. And then we That sticker's solid black. Why are we putting a solid black sticker on a solid black piece? This is the most bizarre sticker I've ever seen in a Lego set. It's already a solid black piece. Why do we need to put a solid black sticker on it? This sticker makes no sense. Okay, well, at least that's on. And then the wheels. And for the first time on a Speed Champions car that I've seen, by the way, sticker sheet is complete. This is the first time I've seen a Speed Champions car where we don't put wheel covers on. And now you know why I set the tires aside. So that's what the wheel looks like on its outside. You can't see it because it's black on black. But this car doesn't get wheel covers like most of them. So I'm just going to push these wheels into the axles back here. And actually, I think I showed you the wrong side. No, I actually think this might be the exposed side. Again, you can't see in there because it's black on black and I have poor lighting. But we'll go ahead and put these wheels on. And the wheels going on means that this car is finally done just under the 2-hour mark. So yeah, and then we lift the canopy to put the driver inside. You know what? I'm not dealing with that. This is one of the more uniquely shaped cars in my Speed Champions collection. That's for sure. This car looks different from all the other cars that I got. It's got a cool shaping. I would not want to be that driver. Again, I'll show you. That's the seating bowl. That looks tiny and uncomfortable, and I wouldn't want to be that driver. Okay. So there's the car. And I'll go ahead and set that off to the side. And let's get ready to build the other car. So yeah, this page just shows you the rest of the wave. We've already built the Mustang and the Audi. That Formula One car you see on the left of this advertisement, that's one of the 4 cars that I have in my build queue right now. So you'll be seeing that one within the next couple weeks. Okay, do I need a bio brake? Let's try and get right back into it. So we are going to need this sticker sheet now. This looks like actually a more reasonable number of stickers than the other sheet, but it's still a lot. And you can see from the sticker sheet, this one does a lot more of the geometric color designs and the weird coloring. For this one, we do need the standard chassis piece that came with the package. And we do need to open bag 1 so we can build the driver. This set continues the Speed Champions tradition of having the two packs be one male driver and one female driver. You'll notice also that the racing uniforms match, except the female driver has a blue one, whereas the male driver has a red uniform. So that was the M4 GT3, or this is the M4 GT3. What we built before was the M Hybrid V8. All right, we're already 2 hours into stream, so let's press on through and try and get this car together now. Same number of pages, but one more bag, so I guess this one's blocked a little differently in terms of design techniques. Okay, driver. There's the torso. There's the head. Don't want the head to roll off the table. There's the pants. And we need the hair. There's also a helmet that we will set aside for later. Interesting choice of hairpiece for this driver. She's almost got a Karen cut going on. But as you can see, her racing uniform matches the other driver. Let's put her down so she can watch the build also. And she will get a standard Speed Champions black helmet this time. And she does come with a wrench. Standard 1 per set, so we'll put that with her accessories. She'll sit and watch with the other driver. And let us, I want to make sure that we know which helmet goes with which, because I haven't exactly equipped them. Alright. That looks like a gun in the camera. We're not. I'm just going to put the helmets behind the figures. Good enough. Did I show her off properly? Here. I'll show you both of them so you can see their matching outfits. You can see the racing uniforms are the same, except they're in different colors. They have like the matching black leg, and they're otherwise the same. They both have the logo on the back. All right, let's get them back into seating position. Okay. Enough playing with the drivers. Let's pick up this chassis piece and start building. Interesting. Is this car doing what I think this car is doing? No, it's not. Never mind. That was just me being stupid. Not stupid, but silly. It's getting late here. It's after 9 o'clock. Before I continue on. The stream I want to raid into that I normally do on Saturday night isn't on yet anyway, so we're okay. We got time. Okay then. I'm not sure why we're putting all these curved one by ones in. I watched that piece fall, so I saw exactly where it landed. I'm really not sure what's going on in this step, but it says we're supposed to put a ton of these little curved pieces in here, and I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why we're filling in the seating bowl with this the seating area with these bits, but I guess we'll find out as the car develops. This one also uses 4 bags, but it's closer to a traditional car shape, so not sure what's going on with that. I guess we'll find out. This one might be similar to the Ford Mustang in that regard, in terms of shaping and technique, possibly. Because the Ford Mustang was another car that used 4 bags and did things kind of slightly out of the normal Speed Champions order. Okay, so this car is definitely doing some weird things with the interior. I guess we'll find out soon enough why this car is so unusual inside. Okay. Normally with a 2-pack, I do a bio break between the cars, but this is a long stream as it is. So I want to make sure we build efficiently. I do want to try and get done by a certain time. And seeing as this car is the same number of pages as the other car, I have to allow for approximately the same amount of build time. Even though I believe that this car might actually go a little bit quicker because there's less stickers. Not a terribly less number of stickers though. There's still a lot. So we'll see how this car takes shape and progresses. It doesn't look like anything yet, of course. And now we're going to the underside. And these, looks like we're lining these up here. And then one on this side. So we get this bracket. And then we get some grill pieces onto this assembly as well. That's what this looks like with the grills attached. And that goes in there like that. Okay, so it looks like we're building one of the axle blocks now. And then we put in these big blocks. Okay, so the axle block is now firmly in place. It's not going anywhere. We have stability to the... is this our first little bit of detailing here, or is this going to get covered over? I guess we'll find out in the next few pages. But we have two differently colored wedges here. And usually for interior bits, they don't really do decorative bits like that, so we'll see how this evolves. Okay, this goes in how exactly? Like that, okay. So we just put that little assembly into the car. Interesting goings on here. So we get a white stud. And then we get the little holder thing in black, and then a printed tile with what appears to be a control screen on it. Interesting. I want to make sure that this all lines up correctly. So this goes into this open stud like this, and then I have to point the screen in a good orientation. So that goes on like that, and then I have to rotate the screen up and point it towards. So basically that's what we just put in, is there's this little screen here, probably some gauges and monitors for the driver, but that's not the main control, because I can see another one of those printed video game controller steering pieces here. Excuse me. Let's keep going. It looks like we're going to get our first two stickers here in this step. That's the number 5 sticker. This sticker looks a bit like minty toothpaste. There. And then we get a tile, and this tile gets another sticker. It'd be a help if I can place it straight, of course. That is not straight. That, in fact, is very crooked. All right, this. So it looks like already we're getting on with the sidewalls of the car. Usually that's something that happens towards the middle of the build after we build up the back end. But on this car, we're doing it first, I guess. And that goes over here like this. And then we get another one. These little black pieces, by the way, are the minifigure action stands, but in black. Usually they're printed in transparent, and you can put a minifigure on them to make it look like they are flying or swimming. The Avatar Way of Water sets use them for like all the minifigures, because there's a lot of swimming that goes on in that movie. Interesting. Not sure what that's for, but I guess we'll find out soon. We get two of the silver studs going on as well here. And then we have this plate goes on. And then there's a panel. Like that. And then we get another assembly. This is an unusually shaped assembly. Are we building kind of a cage kind of thing going on? Because this car is mostly normally shaped on the outside. Just it's a race car, so it would have some funky things going on in its design, but yeah, this goes on to the middle of the inside of the car like that. There's a bit of a cage thing going on, it looks like. Interesting. We'll see how that plays into the overall shape of the car as we move forward. We seem to be moving through this car a little bit more efficiently, but Time will be the judge of that. Okay, and then we get another one of those printed control tiles. And that goes up here facing the inside of the car. So if you look closely at the inside of the car, we have two of the printed control tiles. And here we have the steering mechanism. And this one is actually positioned like an upside down video game controller. There it is with all its gauges and dials. And I'll go over the little panel we put in before. And then we have to, and then we start bricking off the front end of the car like this. This is an interesting build so far. And with that front of the car bricked off like that, we can now build the that side wall bracket for the other side of the car. The interior of this car definitely did some unusual things. Like the other car, this one almost feels like a prisoner for the driver. So here's what we just built. And we're going to apply it on this side of the car. Making sure to... why are we not attaching? Oh, we just took up a whole chunk of the... Okay, that wasn't secure with its base. Probably that had something to do with it. But why aren't we attaching on this side? There. Okay, we got it. It's now applied. Let's keep the steering straight for now. Okay, we're almost done with bag one. I think we're making decent progress on this car. Okay, this goes in, I think. Yeah, it shows it lining up behind the bracket like that. And then one for this side as well. It looks like we're doing some more exterior blocking off of the interior. Okay, so this is going to make the, okay, so this is going to go onto this other bracket and make the seat. So that curved slope in there that we just put in right there makes up the back of the seat. And then this little rounded tile makes up the headrest. So that's what the seat looks like, fully blocked out. Alright, so now we're supposed to go into bag 2. There were a lot of spare bits for bag 1 in this one. Alright, bag 2. So this is what our car looks like after bag 1. Doesn't look like much of a car yet, does it? But it will evolve. Okay. It doesn't look like bag 2 has a terribly large number of pieces going on. We should be able to breeze through bag 2. So first we're looking for this blue tile, and then which way are we looking at the car? We're looking at it this way, it looks like. Yeah. I just knocked something off. Let's fix that real quick, and then I will proceed. Okay. Let's go on. Let's put these little brackets up. Okay, this is the number 1 sticker. And this goes onto here like this. And then I do a red one for the other side. So yeah, what we're working on right now The first car was number 15 in my collection, and this one is the 16th car in my collection. 4 more cars and we'll be pretty much halfway. My Lego plan for the next couple months is to press on with Speed Champions, and hopefully, and maybe there might be time to slot in another, maybe 1 or 2 sets of other themes, but my Lego budget's going to be even more limited in the coming months, so it might just be Speed Champions for a while. Where is that red slope piece? I'm looking at all the reds and nothing looks like that shape. There it is. It was hiding under another piece. Okay, the 4 sticker. This one goes on like this. Okay. And now we're going to do another assembly here. And then we have some side stud bricks going on here. If you would have told me 5 years ago that I would be into Lego cars, I would have told you, nope, I want the Lego fantasy stuff and the Lego Star Wars stuff. But Speed Champions is such a unique theme, and all the cars look really cool, so I'm glad I discovered this theme. And it's all thanks to a damaged box special that I got on eBay for a movie car, of all things. Okay. So yeah, we're building. It looks like what we're building now is a big chunk of the structure of the back of the car. It's got some more of those rectangular exhaust bits that the other car had, except obviously it's a differently shaped car, so they're not, it doesn't look exactly the same, but it's got similar pieces. I'm not sure what order I'm going to build the 4 cars I have on deck. There's some pretty unique ones in there. And they all look really cool, as do all the cars I have already and all the cars I don't have yet. So that's not really saying much that they look cool, because they all do. Okay. It's interesting, there's a lot of bracketing and stuff going on with this assembly here. We've done brackets upon brackets. Okay, now what? Okay. I'm gonna have a lot of cleanup to do after stream today, that's for sure. Interesting way that they have all these slopes going in all sorts of different directions here. That's the wedge for this side. There's the other wedge. I'll go over here. Okay, so this is the assembly we just built. And this section, okay, so it will slide onto these two bars in the back here, it looks like. So that's what it looks like attached. And then, of course, some plates onto those bricks to secure everything. And then some more mismatched colored slope wedge pieces. So we get a white one, and then there's supposed to be a blue one right there. Okay, I wonder why one's a tile on one side and one's a plate on one side. But we're gonna do the wheel arches. Maybe there's an attachment on one side. I don't know. So the wheel arch will go in over the axle like this. If I can line it up correctly. There. That wheel arch is on. Now if I do the one for the other side, this time instead of a tile for the second piece, I got another stud plate. And this one will go over this wheel block like that. And we are ready to keep going. And then a panel. Well, that's not a panel, but that's a... We used that kind of piece as vents on the other car. Okay. So it looks like there's a lot of length back here behind the steering area. Okay, interesting. Now on this side, one side, the opposite side is getting a plate, and the other side is getting a tile. Interesting. So we're going to add another sticker in a moment. Okay, that's the number 10 sticker. That's not perfectly straight, but I think for its placement, where it's placed, it's not that huge a deal. Yeah, it blends with the rest of the red. We'll be okay. This car is doing some more of the weird color blocking that the other car was doing. Although here the shapes do appear to be a little bit cleaner, at least in their design. Still makes for a pretty and colorful looking car. Alright, so it'll go on there like that. You can see we just put those little curved slopes with the stickers over the wheel arches. Interesting that they're pointing the same way, even though they're on opposite sides of the car. And then we put in a couple bricks here as kind of structural filler, it looks like. It's just about 10 o'clock. We're almost done with this bag, and then we got 2 more numbered bags. We're about halfway through the instruction book. These two builds do seem to be much more substantial than the average Speed Champions car. But I knew what I was getting into tonight when I felt the weight and saw the piece count. So it looks like now we're doing some shaping. Not sure why the tile isn't lining up properly. You can see that huge gap in there. It won't be noticeable, I think, once we cover everything else over it. It would help if I positioned everything correctly, of course. Interesting that we have some off-center studding going on back here. But it looks like the off-center studding is to allow us to place centered studding on top of it. Interesting. Okay, and then we have some flat red transparent wedge pieces. Okay, that's cool. A red plate with a very tiny BMW logo on it, almost microscopic. This isn't the first time I've seen a side printed plate on a Speed Champions car. That'll go in the middle there. And then we get these two white wedge plates here over the transparent red pieces. As you can see, the shape of the back of the car is starting to come together now. That's what it looks like. You can see the tiny side printed BMW logo, the trans red tiles, and then the white wedges on top. And then we do some sloping bits. We have some clips that are now sunk deep into a pit. That are, I can't really get my finger in there. We'll see what'll go on those clips in a little bit, I guess. All right, we put those slopes on the back. Now we have this slope. At least it fell into the car and not off the table. Okay, wow, there's a ton of spare bits I'll have to log after the stream. Bag 3. Okay, let me just check. The stream I want to write into has not started yet. Usually they start between 8 and 9, but it's 10 o'clock exactly right now. We've been working on this car a little under an hour. So it looks like my estimate of about 2 hours per car for a 4-hour stream was pretty much spot on. We've barely started the sticker sheet though. That could slow us down a bit. All right, we're starting with 4 cones. That go along this middle plate like this. This car definitely, even though it's going to be kind of a normal looking car on the outside, it's definitely, or normal, even though it's got kind of an average shaping on the outside, it's definitely got some interesting stuff going on with its interior, more so than some of the other cars. Now, if the other stream doesn't show up, hold on a second, my phone buzzed. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything important. Nope, just a spam email. Okay. Okay, the spam email has been eliminated. Let's get on with our build. Sorry, I get worried when the phone buzzes. Sometimes important things can happen. We have a loaded day planned for tomorrow, and I wanted to make sure that there weren't any important details that I was missing. Okay, and then we have these grill slopes. Grill slopes make for some nice detailing on a car. Where's the other one? That's not it either. Oh, and why are there 2 tires in this bag? Normally we don't see the wheels until the last bag. I'm not seeing the other grill slope. Let me didn't get caught up in the bottom of the bag. Oh, there were it was under other pieces hiding. Okay, we get to do an assembly now. And it's got one of these axles on it through a Technic hole brick. Looks like we're doing some Technic stuff right now. That's interesting and unusual for a Speed Champions build. Why does it want us to put the other piece sideways? And then we're supposed to put on this long pin piece, the axle pin. And then this little Technic pinhole thing. And then another Technic brick. This is an unusual assembly for a Speed Champions car. I will say that. And then, okay, the reason we want that on its side is because we get this big blue bracket piece. And we have to attach it to the stud that's on the side of the, like that. Interesting. And then we get this big white tile, which gets a sticker. And then we have a plate with groove. And this whole assembly will then attach up here. Oh, I see. So you put these on here like this, and then you're meant to be able to flip the bracket up like this to give it that subtle angle. Okay, so you can see we put the Technic bricks here, and then we can push this angle up to meet the rest of the roof like that. You can see on the side the very slight angle. That's why we had a Technic assembly, so the piece could be rotated into that precise angle. That's a pretty clever technique. That was a nice surprise. Okay, so we have a trans black brick. Trans black is such an interesting part of the Lego color palette. Both of the Speed Champions cars from the March wave that I've built so far have used trans black in a significant capacity, where previous cars, when trans black didn't exist, used a much lighter colored trans brown. But trans black gives better tinted windows. So those two cars look really epic with that as the canopy color. All right, where's my other 2x1 plate? There it is. And then, of course, the little blue tile. And that goes up here onto there. All right, and now we got some two slopes. Okay, so there's a darker colored blue slope. That's the one I want. With the number 12 sticker. Which is just the edge of some lighter blue at the end of it. And that slope goes over here onto, oh geez, I just had that slope facing the wrong way, and now my sticker is backwards. Okay, that's proof that I'm starting to get tired, but we're more than half done with this car. We won't be here much longer, I don't think. So now that can go on there like that. And then I have this lighter blue slope piece to go on this side with its other sticker. Let's make sure. Yeah, this time I have it oriented correctly. The sticker does not want to cooperate. go right there on that side. And you can see the color blocking and gap matching is a lot better so far on this car. You can see as the patterns go across the back of the car, they're lining up a little bit better on the edges of pieces and the stickers. Most of the rest of this bag is black pieces, which might make piece diving a little bit tricky for the rest of this bag. But there's not a lot of pieces, so it's not going to be too terrible. Interesting trans black panel going on now. So these go into those embedded clips in there that we have down in there. And this is going to cover up this whole back section and make the back end of the back window interesting. So let's try and line this up with those clips, because I can't actually see the clips with that. Yep. And I just snap it in place, and boom, that finishes off the back section. Interesting. This car is coming together beautifully. So now it has these clip elements pointing up. I'm willing to bet that these are what's going to hold the spoiler up. Okay, we have one of those reverse tiles, so which is flat on the bottom with studs on top. And then we have another one of those. And then a long tile. And this one gets a sticker. This is another one of those BMW Motorsport logo stickers. So that's what it looks like. Wow, it's slightly crooked. You probably won't be able to tell from the angle that the car will be on display, though. I'm not too worried about it. You know, can I try and fix that a little bit? There, I just made it a little straighter, but I also introduced a visible crease. So I'm not going to play with it anymore. That's one sticker that is exposed, and that it will be obvious if it's crooked. So that's why I tried to fix that one. And then some more of the wedges going on here. Wow. Those wedges are not securely connected at all. These these wedges are a knockoff waiting to happen with uncareful handling. All right, we turn it upside down. So this spoiler actually has underside decoration as well. We have this big sticker that goes across the two reverse tiles we have here. Let's see if I can line them up. Because this is going across two pieces, it's two separate stickers. So it will be obvious if these aren't lined up properly. Especially because they cut a word in half. So on this side it says performance parts, and you can see the gap in the middle of the word where the two sticker edges are. So it looks like oh, I have to add these two pieces on top here. The studs with bars. And then I'll be able to attach the spoiler here onto these clips. Interesting spoiler assembly. A little bit differently done than in previous. So that's what it looks like from the viewed from the front and from the back. When the spoiler is angled up, you can read the performance parts label. Which, looking at it from here, looks like I got it crooked slightly. But that's not even going to be visible where I'm going to have this on display, so it doesn't matter, and I'm not going to try and fix it. Okay, let's keep going. We just passed the 3-hour mark for stream. It looks like we're coming up on the end of bag 3, and then we'll just have bag 4 to do. So my estimate of 4 hours was probably roughly accurate. Okay, this goes down over here, it looks like. So just some detail for the side of the car right there. It's cool how Speed Champions layers pieces to make each car's unique shaping and detailing. So now we're putting another layer of brackets onto the side brackets. And then some tiling for those. And then we have a little silver tube sticking out. Interesting. Why would a car have a little tube sticking out? I can't tell from the picture what it's gonna. I guess we'll find out. It might just be a unusually placed exhaust. And now it's going to have us turn the car around and do the same stuff on the other side. Okay. And then we get the brackets. And this one doesn't have the exhaust pipe on the side. This one just has straight tiling. Interesting. So that's a non-symmetrical aspect to this car. And then we build what looks like another assembly here. And this one looks like another wheel. It's going to be another wheel axle. Or I should say another axle block. Okay, so it wants us to add these two tires right away. Interesting. We still have another whole bag to build. It's unusual for wheels to be placed before the car is ready. These wheels also aren't freely spinning. Did I miss something with this car? Do I have them on incorrectly? Okay, no, that I want to have that side out so that they spin freely. Which makes me want to check the other car. Yeah, I got the wheels positioned correctly on the other car. Okay. So now, don't know why they want us to put the wheels on right away for this block. Maybe the shaping of the front of the car will make it awkward to access the axles. That's my best guess. Usually when they do something non-standard like this, they have a good reason for doing so. So these two curved slopes secure the wheel block into place. And then these go into here. This goes into here like this. So we're starting to build up the front of the car now. So this is black on black, so I'm not going to bother showing you this assembly. But this will go right here. And it uses the quarter tiles in opposite orientation. Okay. Bag 4. We're moving into bag 4, the last bag of the car. And the last bag of the night. So we kind of got an almost standard Speed Champions order going with this car. We built up the bottom first, and then the back end of the car. And now we're going to build up the front end of the car. Okay. That's a big unprinted canopy piece. Interesting. All right. So it's going to have a start. Okay. So we have one of these. It's like a tile with some studs down the middle. This is the base plate that they give you in every CMF pack, every collectible minifigure pack, to serve as a stand for your collectible minifigure character. A few of the series have had the colored or printed ones, but for most of the regular series, it's this standard black one. The new version that they put out for the Space CMF line that just came out is pretty cool looking though. So these clips will go onto these bars in the front, and it looks like these will start to build up the length of the front of the car here once I line them up properly. Okay, so that's what it looks like with that section snapped in. And okay, we're gonna... There's not a huge number of pieces in this bag. We'll be done with this car soon. There's still a lot of stickers left though. I think we will come in under the 4-hour mark. It might be close though. I have some music files I have to tag tonight as well after stream. That'll be fun. Okay, so then we have the black candle piece. And then a white. This is the James Bond exhaust gun, but in white instead of black. Interesting. So that's good. Did I put that incorrectly? It looks like I did. So yeah, this will attach to those studs right there, like that. Okay. And now we're doing some more assemblies. Interesting. And then we have a trans yellow wedge. Interesting. Interesting use of coloration going on here. Okay, I want to make sure all these little bits are straight. Looks like we're doing some more of that sandwich tiling technique. But these tiles are outward facing. I worry for their stability. Okay, there's a clip. Actually, no. These tiles might actually be internally facing, now that I look at it, because it says to put it on the clip like this. So that's what that section looks like attached to the car. Starting to fill in the detail for the front of the car. And now we have to build another one of those. That little bottom wedge lines up with the other reverse plate. So it is flat down there. And now we have to build up one of those for the other side. That's the incorrect kind of tile. There's the one I need. There was some dust around the edge of that piece somehow. All right, let's keep going. All right. Okay. It's interesting that neither of the two cars in this set have the normal Speed Champions wheel cover pieces. It's kind of cool. That's one less step to worry about. So it makes putting the wheels on a little more efficient, but it's still unusual. Okay, that's all lining up good. We get our tile, of course, sandwiched between the studs. I really don't think once we finish up the front of the car that those tiles are going to be accessible. I don't think I have to be concerned about their stability. So that's what the front looks like with those two sections clipped in. You can see how the two wedges line up with the rest of it. Okay, so this is again a situation where we have two different wheel arches, one white and one black. So they will even out in the inventory, I think. So the wheel arches are on. Let me make sure, I did them on the correct sides. And now we put on these pieces to secure the wheel arches. I'm still not seeing anything to suggest why we had to put the wheels on before the body was finished this time. It doesn't matter. The car won't roll because the back wheels aren't in place yet. I also just completely knocked off the spoiler because I wasn't paying attention to where my hands were. Yeah, that spoiler is a weak connection. I won't be handling this enough for it to be a big issue, though. So it has us put another one of these vent pieces in, like that. And this one goes behind the bracket like this. So I think we're just filling in some gaps right now. And if I come around, we have a stud, tile. And this it goes into a panel. Wow, that doesn't actually attach to anything. But the panel itself goes down here. Oh yeah. I guess you had to put that bit in before you put the panel on, because otherwise there would have been no way to get into there. My finger doesn't go into that gap. I can't even see the stud I'm trying to line this up with. Alright, let's try that again. Tiny little gap, tiny little stud. And I'm supposed to... There, I think I got this piece into position. Okay, and then we get this little jumper going over it. Like that. Okay, Not a lot of pieces left. We got about 15 pages of instructions. We've still got a bunch of stickers to go. Okay. So this piece lines up like this, along the front like that. That's what all those jumpers and weird bits were for. So that's what the front of the car looks like so far. Okay. Okay, those bits are on. So now we have to put together a little bit of canopy stuff, starting with putting a sticker on this tile. This is a big sticker. The biggest sticker on this car, in fact. I had it straight, but I started too far from the edge. So the other edge of the sticker was hanging off the edge of the tile. And you gotta have the sticker contained entirely on the tile in order for it to work. So that's what that looks like. And now that gets attached to the top of this canopy. And we get another sticker that goes along. The number 8 sticker has a slight curve to it so that it can go on the... This is one that we want to get perfectly straight. So you want to start it right where the corner of the curve is. And make sure you're lining it up properly. At least with the curvature of the windscreen, you'll be able to see if you don't have it lined up properly. You'll be able to pull it up before you smooth it down and make it harder to pull up. So that's what the canopy looks like with the sticker attached. Mine's not perfectly straight, but it's good enough. And this will go on the front of the car like this. And you'll notice that the sticker on the top tile matches up very well with the stickers we already put in the back, like that. The stickers on this car so far are matching up a lot better than the stickers on the other car we did earlier. Wow, yeah, that's a single stud connection. I worry about the strength of single stud connections, but at least these are in awkward positions that you wouldn't be handling the car by and will likely be partially covered over, so they should be okay. Now for the 2 stickered tiles we have to do here, we have some more of the geometric patterns going on. Okay, and then I have a black tile for this side. this is the way we want it facing. This is a very dark gray on black design for this sticker, so I don't think I'll be able to get it to show up on camera. But it's basically the grill pattern that we just put on the sticker on the white tile. Just on a black tile instead. And then we have 2 more slope pieces with stickers. So we start with this slope piece. Did I skip a step? No, I didn't. I just didn't recognize the tiles from before. And then we get the black slope piece. And this one, instead of having the geometric pattern that the rest of the pieces around it have, this one just has, I'll show you in a moment once I get it lined up. This one just has the BMW Motorsport logo again. And that one will go on like this. And we have another assembly to do here. Very few pieces left. Okay, there's some silver decoration on this piece, which must represent the hood ornament or something. And then we have another sticker on this piece. Interesting. And then we have at least 2 more little slopes that also have their own stickers. And then after this, there's only 3 stickers left on the sheet. No, don't press in yet. Shoot. Well, if it's not lining up properly on one side, then I want to try and keep the misalignment symmetrical. Because if the car is not going to look perfect, you still want the car to at least look good. So this is that section we just built with the decorations for the hood of the car, and we're just gonna That will attach on. How does that line up? Just behind there. So we still have some exposed gaps going on that we need to fill in. So we have this black slope with the number 19 sticker. It's just about 11 o'clock and we're about to wrap on this car. And then we'll go into this gap here. And then we get this other slope here with the other sticker. And then there's just one sticker left on the sheet. And this one will go and fill in this gap right here. Interesting. So the white corner wedge here just goes on without a sticker, if I can get it to line up. There we go. But the black corner wedge on this side gets the last sticker, which finishes up the color blocking we have going on at the front of the car. Interesting. So this one will go in here. And then we have an antenna for the top of the car, which is unusual for Speed Champions. Must be how the driver communicates with the racing team. And then we put in the two back tires. Like this. And then if you open the canopy, you can put the driver inside. Why isn't the canopy going flush? Oh. It doesn't go perfectly flush. That's okay. And so that's our build. So one more look at the M4 GT3. Here's one last look at the M4 GT3 with its beautiful color patterning all around. And one more look at the hybrid V8 with its beautiful coloring going on and its big gaps between stickers. But other than the gaps between stickers, this one looks really nice as well. And then, of course, the empty sticker sheet. Okay, let's line the cars up for the raid out. So 3 3/4 hours. So just under 2 hours for the second car as well. So there we go. Let's pose them like I would for my like I normally pose the drivers. Wrench in one hand, helmet in the other. Wow, I'm really thirsty. I'm gonna need to pause for water. once I raid out. Okay. So, lady driver was with the. Let me set up my minifigure posing so that I can put them with their cars. We're not going to put them inside the cars tonight, since that's not how I display them. I like to display that because each driver has a unique outfit in the series. I like to display the drivers outside of their cars, either standing in front or standing on top, depending on where the car is in my display. If it's a back row car, most likely the driver will be if it's a back row car, most likely the driver will be on top of the car. If it's a front row car, most likely the driver will be in front of the car. Okay, let's get his helmet out. Sorry, I'm doing that whole thing off camera. Hold on. Okay, so hold on a second. There was a yeetening. Just the helmet, and it landed where I could easily see it. So not a big deal. But I do need to get up and stretch before I do my cleanup. Once I raid out, I'll stretch, get some water, clean up. So, once again, here are the two drivers. And we'll go ahead and stand them in front of the two cars, like so. And they are ready to join my garage. So let's go ahead and find our raid. Looks like Brett never came on tonight. Who can I raid? I forget who this is. Hold on. I have a choice between two music streamers tonight because Brett never showed up. Give me a moment to figure out who I'm raiding. We did come in under the 4-hour mark, which is good. And it's forcing me to see an ad before I raid out. So yeah, two drivers. This was a fun pair of builds tonight. Had some unexpected things going on with these two cars as well. I now have built 4 of the 5 cars from the first 2024 wave. We're going to get the second 2024 wave in a bit, in a couple weeks. That's 2 2-packs and 1 single pack, which is an interesting and weird distribution. Highly unusual for, but it's cool. So. Who do I want to raid? Oh, they got something funky going on tonight. Okay, we're going to raid, I think we're going to raid Aliana tonight. I know nothing about her show. Oh, I discovered her show one time when one of the streamers that I do follow, I was watching their show and they rated out to her. But I do not know anything about her show because I never actually sat there to watch it. So we're going to rate a musician named Aliana. Normally she's a daytime streamer. I think this is the first time I'm seeing her on an evening stream. But let's rate out. Oh, it says raids are blocked. Who else can I raid? She's got a lot of followers on. She might not see the raid. My regular Saturday night people are not on tonight. Let me see who else I can raid. I raid her fairly frequently. Who else do we have? And then there's another musician here who I know I can't raid because she has rating blocked. My options are fairly limited tonight. Let's see who I can raid. They've been going 4 hours. They could be quitting soon. I rated it. Okay. Is that a guitar game, maybe? That's a rerun. They have rating turned off. They have rating turned off. Shoot. Cute new avatar for this one. Been a while since I saw her stream, but not a musician. And I kind of like to listen to music when I clean up. I guess we can raid Heavenly. Of the 5 musicians I have listed here, she seems to be the only one who has rating turned on. Other than the other one who I can raid, who I raided like twice very recently. So I guess, yeah, we're going to go to Heavenly tonight. These were 2 fun cars. Have a good night, and I will see you soon. I got 4 more Speed Champion singles ready to go. Who I can raid. Have a good night, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. We're going to go. I got 4 more